Hello everybody, this is HeflaTV from HeflaTV. I'm casting today with Kylie. This is a very short notice cast because somehow Beyond the Summit couldn't make it, and now I also have to reconnect to the game for some reason. My Dota 2 just had to crash. I have no idea why, but it just did. And we should have it up and running in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Either way, this is the Good Play C Invitational. It's just the best of one, but there's two nice teams facing each other. We're gonna have CAS versus, of course, MVP, and it's the first time I actually cast them, which is, of course, an honor for me. And I have no idea, Kylie. Do you have any experience with these teams?
No, not really. I mean, Click and Search, it looks like they're a Philippine team that I don't really know a whole lot about, unfortunately. They have some interesting names on their team that I will be looking forward to trying not to say in the actual broadcast. And then MVP Phoenix, I mean, they've shown that they're actually a pretty high-quality SCA team if they're playing on the right day. And apparently they also earned Warlock bans in the first ban phase from Click and Search, so I guess that's something.
Yeah, it looks more like some random timeout ban. Like this, it doesn't look intentional whatsoever. But then again, they might know something about MVP, because I have to admit, like, I've been following the Korean scene at least, well, along the lines of like, okay, who won which tournament, etc., who is like currently the best one and everything, but that's pretty much it. Like, I have no idea about like certain aspects of the players. I mean, I know the players, at least here, of MVP. When it comes to Click and Search, well, I know Jules, of course, but let's see. It's new roster, new everything, so let's see how this goes. Either way, we have the first picks coming out. It is Batrider for MVP, and on the other side we have Invoker and Ancient Apparition. I mean, so far everything seems to be normal, except for that Warlock.
Yeah,
I don't know, the Warlock is
Warlock,
the odd man
Warlock
out.
is a hero that MVP Phoenix used to really great effect in the TI4 qualifier run that got them to the second place finish. I mean, they, especially in that best of one format, having the Warlock that people didn't really expect, they ran it a lot and picked it, like, I don't know, not first phase a lot, but second phase quite a bit. And, I mean, people just aren't used to playing against that hero, and they just kind of ran away with a lot of games because of that Warlock. So, I don't know if it deserved the first ban here from Click and Search, but, well, it is something worth thinking about when you're playing against MVP.
Yeah, definitely. It's I don't know, as I said, like, I didn't have time to actually follow up on everything there because, you know it, we are mostly casting at the same time, even while the TI is going, so I wish those times back of TI 1, 2, 3, where I was actually able to follow each and every game, but now, cast to myself, it's just ending up all the time just casting. But we have the second ban rotation coming out, as well as already the second pick happening here. Dream Protector, well, so far also a pretty standard pick. As such, we saw him yesterday utilized in the TI finals, consolidation finals, as well as the overall final. Like, a lot of teams try to protect their towers, but this just leads to the other team reacting and going full out on the towers, because you have to. If the tower is still standing, regardless if it's 200 HP or 1 HP, does matter. The Dream Protector sooner or later is gonna heal it up, and you need to. It requires a lot of pressure to, like, I don't know, I think yesterday I saw one interesting approach. They had like a split push approach, and in the end it ended up like doing so much damage to buildings and so fast rotation that the Drain could actually not heal out this damage. But like usually it ends up like you have to group up as 3, 4 some rotations, and then you commit to the tower completely till it's down. Otherwise, yeah, Dream Protector will just bring it back up.
Yeah, until you get later in the game, it's basically Treant's just ridiculously good against that early chip damage on those tier 1s. Like, if you're in your safe lane, you like smack away in their tier 1 off lane a little bit. It doesn't really add up to anything. Like, eventually you would kill it in a normal game, with the Treant it just doesn't happen, so that tower stands way longer than you would expect it to. But yeah, once you get some levels and items on heroes, you can actually push through it, like you said. But until then, I mean, he kind of just shuts that down, so no free gold for you, pretty much.
Yep, absolutely. And the second ban rotation is through. We have a Void, we have a Darkseer, and on the other side we have Viper and Rubik. Well, Viper, Rubik, these are pretty common bans, like the Viper always being picked as like a tanky core whatsoever. The Void, to be honest, like, he's really strong. Yesterday I saw it as well. Unfortunately, he lost the game, so it's kind of not coinciding with what I just said. But I think if you build a nice draft around the Void, it's a very strong combo. But it's a bit underplayed at the moment, I think. But I mean, the TI is coming. There's a lot of pocket strats waiting for us. So yeah, Void, it's definitely not against MVP. They fear that hero, which is, yeah, I mean, kind of explained by the fact that, just imagine the Void Chrono coming up. You have Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, you have the Voker, of course, going maybe for Exort build, so we have, I don't know, Sunstrike, Meteor, False Spirits hitting from the outside. Then we have the Disruptor, who can follow up directly with the Kinetic Field, Static Storm. We have the Mirana, that means a follow-up arrow. Starstorm can hit from the outside, not to mention all the right clicks, because so far, Click and Search, they choose to just go for ranged heroes. So a Void would actually fit perfectly in their draft.
Yeah, definitely. And, well, look at the rest of the picks. Like you said, the Disruptor and the Mirana coming from Click and Search, so... Disruptor, a hero that I saw played a couple times yesterday, didn't end up being too effective in my opinion, but when he's in the right lineup, it works out just fine. He was just put in way too greedy of a situation a couple of times. Mirana, just a solid all-around hero, man. Really good with Ancient Apparition in a tri-lane, so no complaints there. And MVP Phoenix, they go for Lifestealer and TA, so getting all their cores in line, Batrider Bomb with the Lifestealer is certainly something they could do, or put him inside TA. They have a lot of physical damage burst right now on a single target.
It certainly looks interesting. Like, the only thing I'm always miss is with the lifesteal. Like in 2013, we always saw the lifestealer coupled up with something that is, I don't know, a decent infest bomb. Yesterday we actually saw it utilized a bit of Virtus Pro used it, lifestealer plus Furion. Unfortunately, that match didn't work out that well. Also, like the global teleportation lifestealer into the Furion going into the fight, and then just releasing the infest bomb. It didn't work out as planned, but of course it has great potential if played out well. But it's also very situational, because lifestealer has to be close to the Furion mostly busy split pushing, lifestealer losing a lot of farm here. We have, of course, the Batrider. The Batrider, of course, would be a nice infest bomb lasso, and you're holding just the target in place instead of just pulling it across half of the map, and Lifestealer will just chew through it, as well as, of course, the Templar Assassin maybe waiting there with a melt hit. So that's definitely a nice synergy we're gonna see there. The last bans are coming out, Centaur Warner and the Shadow Demon it is. Shadow Demon, well, that's interesting, of course, because it would be nice synergy with Mirana. Then again, they lack some right click. I mean, Click and Search, they definitely need something more. Because of Mirana, she's starting so low, she needs a couple items till she's actually getting there. So right now, MVP has definitely my thumbs up for a later game. And wow, okay, I didn't expect this one. Queen of Pain.
A lot of burst damage, and their team fight's really strong early on. If Disruptor gets a fast level 6, A gets a decent level 6, and then Queen of Pain on top of that, if she can get a huge level advantage, maybe find a level 11 right off the bat. As we see a Skywrath Mage pick to kind of deal with Queen of Pain in a way. Well, if she gets off to a decent start, they can really roll through. Some people really, I don't know, Queen of Pain against Lifestealer and Templar Assassin doesn't really feel like the best idea. In lane against TA is fine for the most part, but I mean, later on in fights, there will be the refraction, so your burst may not hit her. And then Lifestealer has Rage, obviously, and then Skywrath could just silence the Queen of Pain as well. So I'm not really sold on this Queen of Pain pick. I think the hero is good in the right situation. I just don't know if this is it.
Yeah, I think the Skywrath Mage might be really like the cockblock pick against this Quap. Also against the Mirana. Like, because Mirana wants to leap away, and if he has the silence in the right situation. I'm also looking at the amount of slows they have. I mean, we have Open Wounds, we have the Psionic Trap, we have the Skywrath Mage now with the Concussive Shot, we have a Sticky Napalm. So turning rate and movement speed is definitely something Click and Search is not gonna enjoy this game. So let's see how this is gonna turn out. Like MVP, I give them a slight advantage into the draft, but of course a lot of things will be decided in the laning stage. And yeah, before we do anything, I'm gonna introduce fast the players. As I said, guys, like, don't hate me if I pronounce them wrong whatsoever. We got notice of this game like half an hour ago because Beyond the Summit couldn't make it, so we just hop in for those guys. And yeah, let's see. We have Heen here on the Dream Protector. In the mid we have Quo on the Templar Assassin, then Ryzen. I know Ryzen for sure. He's playing the Skywrath Mage. I'm very curious how this is gonna work out. March playing the Lifestealer, also a very known player, and of course Forav here on the Batrider. Gonna end up, yep, in the offlane.
Yep, and on the side of Click and Search, you got Superman taking up that Disruptor, Jules on the Mirana, probably the best known player on this team, Ra on the Ancient Apparition. No sponsor taking the Queen of Pain mid lane, and last but not least, Invoker is bottom.
With an interesting name.
I'm going to go ahead and withhold the name on that one. Maybe call him FC in the future, but I think I'll just call him Invoker the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think he should have changed that name, but well, I won't comment further on this. Like, It's a typical pup name, I guess.
Philippines, man, they're crazy. They
Yeah,
don't care,
definitely. I mean, so far we see some nice warding coming out. Of course, we have one nice aggressive dire ward here, which will block the camp, as well as, of course, giving nice vision around here, that area. That means you always see if the supports stand there, ready to gank. Then here, of course, for the Radiant side, we have a pretty traditional ward here, of course, giving vision into some of the rotations here coming through, like this little jungle entry, as well as, of course, vision on the rune, and a lane ward that gives pretty much nice vision for everything that comes into the tower, which is, of course, nice because it shows you what rotations they do. The second dire ward is still missing. I'm wondering, yeah, the Scarab Mage is actually holding it, and so far they're hiding in the side shop. We've seen this already played by a couple of CIS teams, and the Volker can't really do anything at the start. If he's now getting slowed, as well as the Life Siege, as well as Sticky Napalm, this is gonna be bad. And there we already have it. There is the concussive shot, and oh my god, look at it. There's the truck just
Nothing
hitting, and we look at a first blood. And
I was thinking maybe with that lane ward top and the fact that I saw no heroes up there, he might play it a bit safe, but he kind of just waltzed right up to that creep wave and just kind of took it. I don't really know other way to put it. I mean, just a really easy kill from that hiding spot.
Yeah, and well, I just have to check fast. I really hope it's quiet for a second. I have to check my sound, because like since my Dota crashed, it all resetted all the settings, and now there we go. Yeah, the audio is on now, guys. So don't worry. I hate that every time Dota crashes, it resets the settings to default which you had before, and yeah. So but now audio is on. You also should be able to hear me in Dota TV if you're watching the game.
Can probably go down again here. Still, I mean, we throws out the Sunstrike. That's literally all he can do. But like, he needs supports. He can't come back to this lane unless these supports leave bottom lane. Like, there's absolutely no way.
Yep, there's no way he can hold in this lane. Not to mention that they have such an advantage now in XP that I don't know. I mean, he put up a desperate attempt to get a Sunstrike off, which would not have led to any kill whatsoever. It was even off target. So, yeah, I don't know. The Volker definitely needs a support there, something that can prevent this lane, I don't know, from just ganking him all the time, every single time he shows up.
The problem is, I mean, Disruptor's, I mean, he's alright in that sort of situation. He's still just level 1. I mean, what are these supports? They can't really do anything to help him even if they did come down, other than just kind of be there and maybe tank the gank for him, pretty much. But, like, Ancient Apparition, he has no real defensive ability.
Yep.
So there's really not a whole lot of help they can give him, except maybe trying to move. Well, they can't move anybody down here. Like, this lane's already just a completely lost cause.
Yep, that's always the biggest problem when I see Invoker being safe lane. And now is the problem. I mean, he's starting trying to do something in the jungle, but I mean, even with everything into Exort, like you're just hitting not for much. And this jungling, especially after the jungle nerf, which we had a month, 2 months ago, it's not working. Now look, they go for a creep skip. That means the tower is absolutely blank. 230 HP. This is pretty much like a 3.5 minutes tower easily.
Yep.
And now they just have to secure the last hit, and then they have an awesome start. The cliff is coming out, but who needs cliffs? I mean, it will die either way.
I think looking at Click and Search's lineup, I mean, they have two very complementary supports, and with a Mirana in the lane, it's a pretty decent combination. Oh, we see this actually a TP top. Maybe to try and make something happen on these heroes, but nope, they're just back off on the.
But you don't want to go in there. I mean, if they have Chilling Touch up on free ranged heroes, you just don't want to go in there.
Pretty much, but okay, I'm gonna try and finish my point now after that. But there's two very complementary supports that by themselves really just don't add a whole lot to a lane. I mean,
look, there's
really
open wounds actually on Superman here, and they're already chewing through him. And now the damage of the Skyriff Mage makes it possible to get an easy king. Concussive shot would slow down now the AA. He's getting some damage, of course, of the creeps, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much. And these you need levels on these two supports. Like Ancient Apparition needs level 6 before he really adds much of anything. Chilling Touch is great and all, don't get me wrong, but like this Disruptor right now, I mean, he doesn't have a kinetic field yet. He's only level 2. Glimpse is a really nice ability if he has something to bring it back into, but they just, with how badly things have gone so far, there's really no way
now we have like a small race for the invisibility rune, but yeah, no sponsor here. The Queen of Pain is just going back immediately. You don't want to just go against the Train Protector without your playing pretty much online.
Yeah, pretty much. And well, looking at other lanes, mid lane we haven't really looked a lot at just because there's been a lot of stuff going on in the other lanes. TA 18 and 8, Queen of Pain 14 and 8, so decently close. TA coming out a little bit on top, and well, that Shadow Strike with that 16-second cooldown and
Yep.
the mana cost being a little bit prohibitive, not really helping her cause out there.
I mean, looking back into like 2013, where we had like co-op TA, like mid duels, pretty much. I'd say a co-op should usually get out on top, unless of course MVP Quo here hits some nice play plates. By the way, I think yeah, we're gonna see attempt here on the Batrider. There is already the Thunder Strike. I'm waiting for the Eclipse, yeah, and Glimpse is already coming. Now it's all about right clicks, but look at it, he's surviving. I can't believe it. So far, the Evoker is going down, and the Batrider is just taken off with Firefly. Maybe now he's getting a bit too
he's hanging around a little bit too much here, but
oh my goodness. Now Superman, he has to run, but the Leech Seed, look at it, 2 seconds, the truck is already hitting, there is the projectiles flying by the Skywrath Mage, he will die. Now there's another slow coming out, and he's just down. This is exactly what I said in the draft. The amount of slows, you just don't get away from it.
yeah, no hard stuns really until, I mean, actually no hard stuns like the entire game for them. Overgrowth's kind of like that, but not really, so...
Oh, and they go on the Queen of Pain.
Silence.
Look at it, the Silent is already out now. It's just about some hits. Oh, but the TA is going back. Is going down, not back. He tried to go
Mage
back.
short 1 Arcane Bolt there. Probably would have finished the job, but just didn't have the mana for it.
Yep, that was a bit greedy. That means, yep, CAS, they're getting on the scoreboard finally. I mean, it was really about time. We are 6 minutes in with 7 kills and 6 of them going to Void for MVP. Like, they're doing a really solid game at the moment. Well, this in the mid, he was expecting, he was hoping for a new set of refractions there. Unfortunately, of course, yeah, he didn't have it, and therefore the Scream easy going.
And with the way, Arrow actually point blank on the March doing a fair bit of damage, but Crash is about half. But speaking of March, I mean, this aggression bottom lanes look really nice for MVP, but March is certainly suffering for it a little bit. He only has 18 last hits right now. He's not looking too good. Not looking too good in net worth charts. Really can't stick with this Mirana right now. And yeah, they need to find some way to catch him up a little bit. Maybe create a little bit of space for him because the Lifestealer. I mean, he doesn't need a ton of items with the Rage helping him out, but he needs a little bit to add that extra damage in and maybe get those drums up for some mobility, something like that. But
in the mid, look, we have a go here in the Glimpse. He has no refraction whatsoever. The Sunstrike is absolutely off target, but oh my god, Queen of Pain, she's screaming like a girl, and yeah, that's enough for the TA to go down. But at the same time, we had a go on the Mirana, and there we had probably the combination of Silence without the leap, of course. March just could easily chew through her. So yep, 2 kills on 2 lanes at the same time. 2-7 now, almost 7.5 minutes in. It's definitely looking interesting. At least CAS, they're giving some sort of life sign. And talking about life sign, they go for the AA. There's the slow as well as the silence. So 1 hit, 2 hits, yeah, that's enough. And Disruptor already has to take off pretty much. That's just getting too hot here.
Yeah, Batrider finished Blink as well, and there's a bit of a go bottom. TA trying to kill the Invoker, but he just has to TP out and leave. But now that I think about it, watching this game for a little bit, Skywrath Mage is a pretty nice complementary hero to the Lifestealer, because you can slow heroes and then throw a silence out on heroes like Queen of Pain and Mirana so that they can't use their escapability.
Yeah, you can
abilities.
chain the slows as well,
Yeah,
plus utilize the silence, which is an amazing combo. Like in this way, I haven't seen it so far, but I think maybe they want to go for a try on the Lifestealer. I don't think it's happening because he's level 7, almost level 8, pretty much with the next creep. So there will be level 4 Rage, or maybe he's going for level 3. Yeah, he's going for the level 4 Rage, which is, I guess, the best decision against Disruptor, Mirana, Queen of Pain, Invoker, etc. Like, you really want to be immune for, yeah, the longest time possible.
Yeah, and considering, like, well, he may not have gotten a ton of last hits in that top lane in the Lifestealer, but he's found the levels at the very least, and I mean, that's certainly better than the Invoker was able to find in the bottom lane. So I believe he handled his 1v3 scenario just a lot better on this Lifestealer. I think he's a more survivable hero as well, which helps out a ton, obviously, with the Rage. But I mean, he was also under tower, playing pretty damn safe. He's been playing it very smartly up here while his team is off doing other things.
Yeah, and look how pinned down CAS already is. I mean, we have a Batrider and a TA farming pretty much in the enemy jungle. It's hilarious. And at the same time, we had actually Ryzen also doing some farming in his own jungle. Or was it only stacking? This is a normal stack. No, I actually thought he stacked something for the Batrider. Then again, Batrider already got the Blink Dagger, so it's just a matter of time. This would also be a surprise Blink Dagger. It just came out pretty much 1.5 minutes ago, so I'm just waiting for when he gets the first time to use his lasso. And also, what I want to point out. Look here in the bottom lane. I love this warding. Like, whenever they achieved something, it's like a marker. They just put a ward there just to see if there's any rotation coming. So you can safely farm that safe lane pretty much. Oh, but we have a Moonlight Shadow here in the mid. This is gonna be a go. But they run directly through a sentry ward. They know about this.
Really nice to play sentry right off the bat end. Well, go ahead and show them they mean business, throwing the dust out as well, and firing the concussive shot, also letting them know. So,
but
not
this
too bad
dust,
there.
I don't know what purpose that was for, because that was so far away. It's like the typical, oh my god, there's the lasso initiation. It is on the Volker already. So this is the third or fourth time he's already going down. But Queen of Pain is still trying. The TA actually getting huge damage. But oh, look at the Skyrive ultimate. It's doing so much damage. The Disruptor is the one who's dying as well. Queen of Pain still there, but she's eating so much damage. Oh, there's the Overgrowth, holding them in place. Is it enough? Oh my god, the arrow, 6 HP, and there comes the last right click. So in the end, well, they get at least a kill on the tree. But look, at the same time, March is just farming away while they just have this like little brawl here in the mid.
That poor tree and protector, man. He ran to that little tree juke, thought he was okay with this ward up here by the river. It just saw him completely, and Myron was just like, I'm gonna right click you, and then he died. So kind of sucks for him. Decent juke spot, but just caught up by that.
Oh, they want to go on that Mirana. The silence is needed. Yep, it is up. She can't leap away, even if there is just a level 1. Give that melt hit. 1 melt hit. She has the haste rune. This is just, yeah, rotations are coming in, but she's juking around. The arrow is actually stunning her directly under the tower, but it is enough. The Sunstrike will be off target, and now she's running. But again, Queen of Pain is getting her fair share in those fights, and now, yeah, with the Shadow Strike, Ryzen is slowed here. Now the right clicks are coming. I'm waiting for... Oh, he's 2 mana short. Now, there's the blink, and the right clicks are coming. And finally, oh, the Volker is getting a kill. He's gonna be really, really happy about it. But who got the courier kill?
So, Templar Assassin went for the Melt Strike on the courier first, and and so that's basically why the Mirana was able to get away before.
Greed is bad.
Yeah, I mean, the courier kill's nice. They almost, well, they did get both, but throwing away the TA's life, definitely not worth it there, unfortunately. Yep. So, I don't know, maybe they just thought they had a little bit more damage burst, or maybe thought they could clean up the Mirana with the Skyrath damage before. I don't know. But yeah, just a little bit too greedy there. But speaking of greed, TA diving that mid lane, trying to find this Ancient Apparition.
Yep, why not? I mean, it's not like he can do anything. To be honest, I actually felt like he could have dove there a bit more, but because, I mean, Brown Boots versus the Face Boots, it was just pretty much 1 hit required. But now Invoker here, Invoker I'm saying, Disruptor in the mid, just giving his Thunder Strike against, but oh, there he's getting slowed and silenced as well. Oh, he's running for the ultimate. TA is just, yeah, doing the rest of the work pretty much. Kills the dirt.
Nice little cleanup.
Oh, and Lasso.
Cat Rider Lasso on the Queen of Pain. They should have the damage here to follow this up. Yep, that TA Meld Strike like you talked about. Lasso and a Meld. Very, very painful. So, double kill for QO on that TA. And mid tower going to fall as well. So, that'll be all the tier 1s down for CAS.
Yep, absolutely. Tier 1s are down, like MVP, not just by kills, also by their farming setup and everything. They are so far ahead. Like, I think we should put some numbers on what we have now. Roshan is gonna be added pretty much on top of it, but look, 5,000 XP advantage already, and there we have, yeah, gold-wise, we are heading towards the 10k, make that even more after this Roshan. So, I mean, right now, it looks like they want to rotate in, but they don't have the means. There is no Ice Blast that you can send into the Rosh Pit. Like, even that Sunstrike didn't do anything. Okay, a Forge Spirit is now trying to do something, but well, they just clean it up. And that's pretty much it. So Roshan easily done very early into the game. To be honest, I think the first Roshan, at least in all the games I casted, it's getting later and later, depending on the game situation, of course. But it's really been ages that I've seen a Roshan happening before 5 minutes, and I'm not before 15 minutes, and I'm not counting those level 1 Roshans we saw yesterday from Virtus Pro, of course. And Roshans are getting later and later for some reason.
Yeah, it's, well, in this particular game, I mean, Q, they were a little bit, I mean, the life source is directed trying to get farm top, and TA was busy trying to find kills instead of roshing, so I guess there's that. But, I mean, they just waited for that medallion on Treant as well, so really no reason to go too early. I mean, they had, like, a huge advantage. They didn't need to, like, try and sneak a Rosh to make things happen. They were already making easy kills across the map. Makes Rosh easier, so
yep.
I don't know. I don't mind waiting a little bit.
And look what's coming there for the TA. She's going directly for the YOLO build. I mean, Blink Dagger's up, Face Boot, she's protected by the Aegis, and the Desolator is gonna be the next. Oh my god, and we find the first Infest Bomb, but unfortunately the Lasso, he didn't get the Lasso off on the Quap, so the first Infest Bomb we saw this game not working out. I mean, so far he has been amazingly on spot with his lassos, but I have to say, well, he had the support of a silence there with the Skywrath mage. This time no silence and the easy blink away, but oh, the static storm coming out, but they all just walk out of it. The Klims actually bringing the TA back there, and the Disruptor 11 HP. What a life. And TA, oh my god, he's actually surviving that at the same time, and Mirana getting the kill on the lifestealer. This was a weird initiation, and there's an Ice Blast flying, but he's dodging it. I mean, he's still getting the debuff. Oh my god.
I'll burn through those fraction charges. He very likely will.
Yeah, in the mid they continue here, and Queen of Pain just getting on Rise, but the Dream Protector is going in, and the lasso is coming at the same time. TA, he is a real man, he's going in, but Dream Protector has to pay for this insolence. So in the end there's 3 down, and they want more. There's the Klims back on the TA, and her refractions are running out. Do they have vision? Come on, tell me you have vision. Nope, there's no vision whatsoever. No detection, no dust, no sentries, and he's just blinking out. But at least CAS, they show some sort of life sign at the moment.
Yeah, they find the kill on March, which is nice. I mean, that was just a bit of a scattered team fight from MVP, and I think this is their weakness, is like a full 5-on-5 team fight. They just don't have the...
Oh, he's going further on a Disruptor, yeah.
Like, their pickoff potential is ridiculous, but, I mean, looking at their team, they have... Mystic Flare, kind of. You really want to only hit on one target for the most part, but they really just don't have any AoE damage other than Firefly at all. So they're basically just relying on absolutely blowing someone up at the start of fights and fighting a 5v4, and if they don't find that pickoff, then their team fight's a little bit weak up against the Queen of Pain, Disruptor, Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just wondering, like, there's actually Cold Snap, another Infest Bomb out. Oh, the Skywrath ultimate and the Ice Blast absolutely off target. March has to go back though. The TA, well, the H is at least down, and March ending up in the Static Storm, and now it's just about right clicks, but the TA from the back already. The Psionic Blade's already doing a lot of work. The co-op, well, being silenced, but now she's back on track, and there's a Starstorm on Ryzen as well as Phoenix. Oh my god, co-op. That was a bit too aggressive. In the end, you're going down, but they have to go back. I mean, new refractions are up. Let's see, the Mirana, maybe that's a bit too much, but Leap would be available. So yeah, and there's it's used, and he has to go back sooner or later. But there's the Dream Protector waiting. The Mirana still wants to go for it. Arrow, nicely dodged. But now, do they want more? Ah, the Klims again. But he doesn't land in the kinetic field. Even the Ice Blast, well, the Ice Blast actually connected. He's going down here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just playing way too aggressively. Like, I mean, I don't know, like, she had no team backup other than that living armor, but she thinks it makes her invincible with refraction, but it just truly doesn't. Ancient Apparition is very, very good against TA in that respect. You just Ice Blast her, and then refraction just melts away with the takeover time. So, just playing way too aggressively there.
Yeah, it's also the respawn timer of CAS, like the Disruptor, for example. Look at the levels. The Disruptor used to be pretty much level 6, level 7 in that fight. Like, they come back within a couple seconds, so you spend just 1 minute fighting there at the tier 2 tower, and suddenly all the supports are back. I mean, we saw in this fight alone, what, 3 or 4 glimpses? It's ridiculous, just even though he died twice. Now March is coming in. It is on the Invoker. Moonlight Shadow has been used. Oh, the ultimate. Wow, so much damage.
Yeah, pretty much. And we see the Infest, casually, I guess. Invoker, oh yeah, he already did that, but tower's denied, so March, well, you see this Disruptor is basically just making this life so the saddest man on the earth, for the most part. He just glimpses him back in a kinetic field, and then if he starts a Static Storm, you can't rage.
But they want more. Look at it. Lasso, he's catching up on a Disruptor.
Nice grab. Where's his teammates? Oh, there they are. Alright, well, the Skywrath mage damage shall finish that off. Bad Rider does finally get the kill. So, nice easy pickoff for them, and that's just something they need to do. With Disruptor down, they could potentially try and rotate somewhere else and find an objective, but he's only down for 20 seconds. But
yeah.
That's
There's also a gem now, by the way, out on the Dream Protector, and I like it. Like, this early gem, it's just amazing, because now they not just get, of course, the heroes in the Moonlight Shadow, as well as maybe the Evoker going for Ghost Walk, they also de-ward the complete map. I mean, CAS, they pretty much lost already control of the map. Like, they can barely go out of the base without getting punished for it, not to mention even pushing for any other tower in side lanes whatsoever. But now with the gem, they even have to fear that they get picked off while the Moonlight Shadow is out. But then again, the Dream Protector died quite often in those fights, so he, as the holder of that gem, it's like, well, let's see how this works out.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a blink in. Oh, the Orchid on the Queen of Pain now. She gets hit by a Mystic Flare, but not too big of a deal there. Bat Rider blinks in. Doesn't really find a target, though. He's hit with the Cold Feet. Will not proc as of yet. We got the Invoker taking a ton of damage. He'll go down, but the TA does die as well already. And, oh, Queen of Pain does fall, so 2 cores for 1 so far, but TA is the bulk of the physical damage. Will they continue to try and push this tower? I reckon they will with the Queen of Pain down.
The problem is, like, Queen of Pain and Walker, they did so much there to, I don't know, to get this TA down. I mean, a TA protected by refractions. Oh my god, this arrow, did you just make that? Like, oh my god, he saw death in the eye pretty much, but like a millimeter before your nose, it just disappeared.
Dude, that other tree took the arrow for his tree brother, pretty much.
It's the Tree Brothers. It's like some Greenpeace corporation. But either way, the Ice Blast, well, it's gonna connect on March, but he instantly is just raging up. So this tower is surely going down. And yep, this gives MVP even more of an advantage. I mean, about 8 minutes ago, I already gave the crafts. I'm just looking into the gold. Look at this. We are heading towards 14k for MVP at the moment. Like, this tower advantage, Roshan on top of it, better trades in the fights. I mean, CAS, they got now a lot of kills, of course, in terms of like return kills. Also very nice getting the killing sprees. We saw already the Unstoppable and the Mega Kill getting off the TA, etc. This is a nice influx of gold you get there, but on the other hand, you have to chew through like 12k, 14k gold advantage. That requires a lot of farm, a lot of towers to get this return.
Yeah, I mean, the tower advantage just gives you so much more map to use to farm up. Like you mentioned earlier, I mean, just farming up the enemy jungle is something they can do. So they've got heroes farming every conceivable location. Whereas CS, they just don't have as much to work with, honestly. And with all the towers that have been knocked down, their tier 2 safe and middle are gone.
Yeah,
so
in the mid we have a go on the TA.
Yep, lots of DOT to burn through that refraction, and well, no problem to kill her by yourself.
Oh, but the Dream Protector, living on the edge. He has the gem. They see everything here. But oh, there's a sentry ward. This is a golden sentry ward. He's trying to get out with the overgrowth, but he's held in by the kinetic field. And now I was talking about the gem, just changing the owner, and now we have exactly that situation. I mean, March at the same time being in the bottom lane, doing quite some damage on the tier 2 tower here, but losing the gem, losing the TA before. MVP, how to throw. Now there's an Ice Blast flying in, and March, yep, just TPing out with the rage. That's probably the smartest thing he can do.
Yep, and he's got that SNY done, working towards whatever his next item is with the 1k gold. Probably something like he could go for an AC or something to help out his TA, do a little bit more damage and give some to himself as well. I don't know, a couple of options there, and well, Mirana's got a Yasha done, so some items finally coming up on CAS. That Orchid on Queen of Pain is probably the biggest item that's come up so far for them. Lets them actually maybe jump off and not let Lifesteal rage, but
yep. You know, my biggest question is March getting again a point blank arrow in his face. It's really just a harass arrow, nothing more. But either way, I'm wondering though, I mean, if you were in MVP's shoes and you have such a significant advantage, why don't you go further 5-manning like the tier 2 tower, for example, something like that? Because all those pickups we just saw, I mean, Trient going alone, the TA just being alone in the mid, I mean, he knows that there's the potential to anytime kill him. I mean, we have Ice Blast, Cold Feet, we have the Queen of Pain doing pretty much enough to kill him alone, unless there's reflection charges on top of it, and then they go for say it for the Static Storm and Glimpse and everything. He has no BKB whatsoever. I mean, he has the casual Vocal Club already, but it's not enough. Now we see Ice Blast flying on Roshan, so there is a nice gas. It's actually gonna hit a lot of people. The battery even getting the Sunstrike, but it's not enough, not even close. This is a level 1, yeah, this is a level 1 Ice Blast. Not very impressive. And Mirana, yeah, that's the next project. Get the Mirana. She's already hiding. You're safe in the trees.
Interesting that they give. So let me see. Lifesteal got the Aegis there. Okay, well, I still think TA is the best target for this. Oh, they're trying to. Oh, can't quite find her. But, well, I was gonna say give the Aegis to TA because we've seen how squishy she can be if she gets caught in the wrong position, and then in a 5-man, like if she gets caught in Static Storm, she's kind of screwed. But they give it to Lifestealer instead, which I guess he's been the one getting killed off immediately by that Static Storm. So I guess that's all right. But I mean, at the end of the day, there are 2 heroes doing damage or 2 easy to kill on their own, so they kind of need this Aegis to try and go high ground, and I bet they will now. Oh, QO can eat.
Oh my god, the Sunstrike. Oh, he stopped just a second before the Ice Blast, already not on target. But yeah, you are absolutely right. Now they actually try to chase it, like with the Infest Bomb, but Queen of Pain just so much faster. Plus, of course, they lost their gem, and in Moonlight Shadow they should be safe. But yeah, back to the topic about the Aegis. Like, the TA was pretty much the focus target of CAS in all of those fights, and they even managed to get her down. So now the Aegis on the Naix, I don't understand quite. I have to admit that. I mean, the TA, the only explanation for me is that they consider, okay, TA with the BKB should survive alone, because getting living armor, getting the refractions up and everything, plus the BKB, I mean, it's pretty much the same for the lifestealer with the rage, if you think about it. But that would be the only explanation why they want to do it on the lifestealer.
The problem with the lifestealer is, and probably why they give him the Aegis, is he has no way to escape a kinetic field static storm.
Oh, Invest Bomb in the base, pretty much. It's on the AA. He's already down, and they're just going back. This is guerrilla tactics. Like,
this is actually a really good time for them to fight. No Ice Blast with 25 seconds is a pretty good time to go high ground, and Cliff is still up. They will force it here, though.
And this is a bad trade for CAS. I mean, they're still trying to chew through that tier 1 tower. There's the cliff being used, buying some time. But hell, a tier 3 for a tier 1, something you don't want to do.
Nice raging back up by Lifestealer, probably dodging an Orchid there. So the tier 1 does go down. And H will be back here in just a second. So far this is going okay. I think what Invoker was thinking there, I mean, like, they just weren't expecting... They just thought the tier 2 tower would be going down first, and then they would go high ground, but they didn't expect the really fast initiation just into the base with the tier 2 still standing, so...
And they do a slow siege. Look at this. Very, very slowly, but steadily, they go for it all. March, he doesn't care. He's just raging up, and look at the BKB by the Batrider, but no, Lasso, it's really just there for... I don't know, for the lulz, for the Flamefire patch, for whatever, but now they have to go back. Oh, Klims on the TA. Now we actually talked about it. It's getting really close, but in the end, yeah, he's getting out. But damage is done. The tier 3 tower is down. But look at the item pickups now. A BKB on the Queen of Pain. I guess that's a good item choice against the Silence of the Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that she needs badly, because Skywrath kind of completely turns out Queen of Pain if she gets caught in that Silence. And the Silence is a pretty long range, if I remember. Oh, it's actually not as long as I thought, but it's still decent enough to work with. So Queen of Pain can blink in, I mean, if you just silence her immediately, and she's like, well... Kind of stuck here now, so we'll see if Skywrath can pull it off. He's farming with his ultimate. Does that even work? Pretty sure it only damages heroes.
Yeah, there's an Ice Blast flying towards the base, but hell, this is still a level 1 Ice Blast. Who cares about this Ice Blast?
Yeah, no one really. I mean, he and the Disruptor are just ridiculously poor. Hero levels, they're by far the lowest in the game so far, and I mean, level 11 Ice Blast is really nice. You want that Aghanims as well. I mean, it's a hero, you don't need the Aghanims to be effective, but the levels are ridiculously important. Getting level 2 ultimate. Static Storm, kind of similar, but you get the silence out of it already, so it's not that big of a deal, but it does lower the cooldown. No, it doesn't. It increases the mana cost on it. I'm just reading that tooltip completely incorrectly. Ay, what a life. But, yeah, so not that important, but that Ice Blast needs to get to level 11, level 16 for it to, level 11 at least, be truly useful.
Yep, absolutely, and I'm so afraid of what there is to come. I mean, look at this. There is already the Mystic stuff on the Batrider, so we're looking for a Sheepstake. Like, BKP finished now on a TA. I think this should be 10k. He didn't use it. I mean, 10k. What am I saying? Like, I didn't have much sleep, you know this. Like, 10 seconds. It is, like, then we have, of course, the Aegis still up. It should be about a minute still left on that Aegis. I don't know if they want to fight it. With that Aegis, of course it would be nice, so March can actually go in super aggressive. They burst him down, maybe by the use of a couple ultimates there, and yeah, then the Aegis is popping and he's just coming back to life.
They can always do the old Rage and Siege, which was a big thing that you just do with Lifestealer. You just rage, you walk up, you smack the barracks, you back off, and then you rinse and repeat with the next set of creeps, and you just kind of keep doing that until the racks are dead with the glyph down. Something they certainly have up their sleeve, and with the Aegis as well, they can
just go for it now.
Better.
Look at it. Range strikes it is. Sure, I mean, it's not regenerating, and so much damage. Jesus. They even dodge Ice Blast. Everything.
They can keep going here. This would be a great time to go.
I guess why not? I mean, range strikes down, and CAS, they have to make a move, otherwise you end up just losing everything. That another arrow doesn't hit anything. The Batrider actually, ending up doing nothing but March. I think March should go in, pop the Aegis. There is like 30 seconds left. Oh my god.
Oh, dodging all that damage with the BKB from the Skywrath. Duo will go down here once again. We do see the lasso on the Invoker. He's going to get hit by a couple things, but the Stack Storm on the 2 heroes, and March gets absolutely blown up, and looks like he did just have the Aegis still, so
yeah, there was like
just
20
dying
seconds.
Just in time, but he's surrounded by 4 heroes. I don't know if this will work out too great, but the Skywrath sounds something clean up that Ancient Apparition. That Rider coming in to help as well. He actually finished off the Sparix. Queen of Pain taking a fair bit of damage.
Yep, I think mission objective should be Rax though. Like, why not hitting that Rax at least casually on the way out to get it down? That would give them a nice advantage. But oh, Dream Protector just eating an arrow. But where's the gem?
March popping the open wound's going to try and finish off the Disruptor. Will do so. Now going on to the Ancient Apparition. Marcy's be careful here. Rage wearing off. But they've killed all the heroes in about half a second. That Scarlet Mage finding 2 kills. Didn't realize that was happening. And, well, let's see if they
he
can
also
actually...
picked up the gem, by the way.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice pickup back, and put that back on the Treant will certainly help. But they don't get that melee racks, so they don't get what they
that was a
actually
bad
wanted.
one. Now, look, Jules, you're getting open wounds, but Sunstrike is on target for the Batrider. Now Jules has to run for his life, but he's TPing out. No Basher on March, not enough damage. So that was actually a nice play, but it was very, very risky. I mean, leaping directly next to an Aegis, knowing that you get open wounds directly after. But yeah, Sunstrike taking care of the Batrider. I think that was even, a killing spree. So the Invoker being the lucky one, always picking up those killing sprees, Wicked Six, Unstoppables. I think that is, after his horrible laning stage, the best thing that can happen to him. I mean...
Well, even considering that, look at his net worth. I mean, he's below the Scarlet Mage, and he's pretty poor right now.
Yeah,
That's pretty much the best way to put
7.3k.
it.
That's not much.
A couple big items, well, at least one. The AC is done on the Lifestealer, so these barracks will go down way faster if they can get the Desolator and the AC both working in synergy to just go ahead and absolutely destroy those. I think that's the biggest item so far. TA got to be getting near something, has 2.4k here pretty much, so maybe Daedalus, it'll be her choice here. I reckon it will be. So she'll have a lot more damage output pretty soon if that is what she goes for.
Yep, absolutely. But still, like, I mean, range tracks down, the tier 3 down, but the most important part still missing. Like, I mean, CAS, they kept themselves there quite nicely in the game. The AA was buying back. I mean, in the end, it was still a better trade for MVP, but I don't know. To finish this game, I think they might have, or they should have, finished at melee racks first, but they wanted just to make sure getting the range racks just in case the fight is actually breaking out earlier, and in the end you would not end up doing anything to the racks.
Yeah, at the end of the day, CS is still just completely stuck in their base and they can't leave, so can't really be too upset about this. I mean, it's just that pickup potential is way too much. They can't leave or else any of their heroes can die, doesn't matter how escapable they are. So, well, here comes the push again, so...
Nirvana already tried to scout with the arrow just in case Batrider is there, but Suntrider is taking a rather central approach, so now it's just a matter of time. He's waiting for it, and look at March.
If he even cares, smack that Rax. No, just finish the Rax. Oh, yeah. Oh, or he can also just kill that guy, which is pretty much all their damage. Oh, nice Static Storm once again. Gonna catch March. He hits a stun. He just keeps getting killed off in these Static Storms, but Hero is still fully alive. They do kill off the melee Rax, so they can go ahead and leave without losing too much. Or they can just absolutely blow that guy up. Vita Pain fought back for that, I assume, because she was killed off, right?
That was not a good trade, in my opinion. I mean, 4 heroes down, the Batrider, not even, I don't know, like, just taken off, saying like, see ya guys, that's getting too hard in here. And now he actually might even die against the Queen of Pain. There is a 4-star, but oh, this Sunstrike again doing so much damage. One more blink, and that's it. So we look at a complete team wipe for a melee Rax. This is not how you do it. And oh my god, he's even suiciding the courier in there. Absolutely miss micro.
He's trying to save the gem.
Yeah, but still, like,
it was not going to happen with the Queen of Pain. That's not a courier hero.
The entire team is there already. You have a Mirana with a leap. You have a Queen of Pain with a blink. How are you supposed to save, I don't know, the gem there? Now in the end, you lose your courier plus your gem. Roshan is up, and yeah, they can even go for it, which is risky though, because like low HP, low mana.
I don't think they can do this. Yeah, they're gonna think twice about this and leave.
Yeah.
They do force the Batrider buyout though.
But
yeah,
still,
that fight. I mean, they just needed to play more carefully. Like I talked about the Rage Siege. You just rage, smack the Rax, go back out, and then they could have just done that. Maybe throw a TA out there for some Deso shots, but instead they dove for kills when they really didn't need to. They did kill the Queen of Pain immediately, but the buyback. She bought back, and then they'd already used their BKBs, so they just had nothing to save them from the Queen of Pain.
They want to come back. Look at this. I mean, they have the gem now on their side. There is a scouting Sunstrike, so they see, okay, Roshan. It has been started. They see the Desolator debuff on Roshan. That means DA was in there, doing already some hits, but Moonlight Shadow is unfortunately running out, but they might find actually the TA here in the mid. There is an arrow. Oh, the creep. Throwing his body in front of the projectile.
Very good last hit, and well. So it's a nice hold, but I mean, at the end of the day, so Roshan gonna get gone on here. Ice Blast will fly through. They'll hit on a couple of heroes, but some of them are turning around, but they really, I mean, they just can't get there in time. This falls way too damn fast with the AC and the Desolator, so yeah, that'll go. once again to MVP without any contest.
Yep, absolutely. This is the third Roshan. They also have the problem of the creep wave pushing in. The creep wave actually almost reached the tier 4 tower here, starting to do damage. That's the biggest problem. If you require a 5-man team to make something happen, and like MVP is forcing you pretty much to stay around the rush pit just in case you want to contest or do something else. So yeah, MVP, even though they had a very questionable fight, I mean, we look at what they had, like a 12-13k advantage. I mean, kills advantage, and now it's only 7 kills. Still, we have to look fast at the grass before it explodes here. Look, their 12k experience advantage just melted down to 4k. The gold is the biggest surprise here because they keep themselves in, and the lasso missing their fast, nice leap by the Mirana.
Radiant Courier died there somehow. I don't really know what happened there, but now we'll see that siege again properly. And now there's Aegis and She's up, so both Lifestar and TA got something out of that Roche, other than just the XP and gold. So feeling pretty good about that, and well, yeah, they just walk up, they take away half the tower's health without losing anything. They can just kind of do that again, and they should just keep doing that until they kill all the buildings.
Yep, it's amazing how fast they do it though with the minus armor. I mean, AC plus Desolator. This poor tower is pretty much standing blank there, absolutely naked. And now I think they have to use the Cliff. Yep, Cliff is coming out, and March is just walking through the kinetic field. But TA finding awkward position, and Batrider directly in the Deafening Blast. Now everything hell is breaking loose, and the Quap actually being there, but no follow-ups whatsoever so far. But nobody died, and Quap going in with the BKB. Ryzen has to fall, and there's another glimpse, but this time Mirana pays for it. Maybe the TA. There is... Oh, Open Wounds is missing, but who needs Open Wounds? You have Psionic Traps, there is an Orchid on the Nakes, but Queen of Pain, you don't want to blink in there again because the 2 cores are still alive, and now they're chewing on different racks. No, range racks it is, and let's see, melee racks would be the next step, and it looks like they get easily through it. Yep, there we go.
They finally started playing it smarter, and they just took the right fights and waited for them to, like... Because if you run all 5 into them, that's basically heaven for a disruptor. I mean, you're really clumping together, chasing kills, and that's...
Oh, but... Oh, this damage! Wow! Nice, but March is saying, we continue. Here, just on the tower. Look at it. This is a suicide commando. This is kamikaze Korean style.
Actually, TA bought back his travel and then kind of comes back. But Queen of Pain actually will escape here. They are down to 1 set of bare racks, though. At the end of the day here, if March gets by this...
No, it's still... No, it's actually just level 2. I mean, so... I mean, tier 3 tower is down, and just a set of racks is holding CAS away from, I don't know, GGing out pretty much. But it's very interesting, though. Like, it felt a bit like a suicide commando when they started to go for the bottom one. But I love the play of the Queen of Pain, to be honest. Like here, Mr. No Sponsor, whoever he actually is, I love his plays because he's always there. As soon as the refractions are down, like he's going for that TA with all out, everything on target, point blank, everything directly in the face of the TA. So she's melting away regardless of her farm, regardless of her even experience advantage. That's what I like the most. And that they get rid of the refraction charges, then the Disruptor, for example, is doing also a great job. Like that Thunderstrike is going 99% of the time going the way. Oh, but March getting stunned directly in front, and Orchid as well. He's dying.
Still have the Aegis. He will come back. There'll be no Static Storm once he is back alive, so they can pretty much just go ahead and start smacking and working these racks, and that's just what they'll do.
And look
There's fighting happening. He doesn't care. He takes out the range racks. Oh yeah. Now they can just go on this melee racks they want. Yeah, Kyo is just right-clicking his BKB. March is a pig. Unfortunately, can't hit the racks right now, but I bet he wants to. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, it's all about racks.
There's the
yeah. And Keen just coming in. Overgrowth on all of you. Greenpeace crew just clean it up, and in the end, it is Queen of Pain going down, and now Disruptor, yeah, make it a team wipe. There we go. 24-36 in the 38th minute. Mega creeps for MVP. And who was your MVP here?
I mean, the TA definitely helped find the kill. She was the most exciting player to watch. I think I want to go ahead and give it to... I don't know. Matter did okay. No one really... MVP... I don't think there really was an MVP. I think they all played pretty well at different points in this game. Maybe to the Skywrath for making the early game as easy as it was. He certainly roamed around and was quite effective. So I will give it to Ryzen. I just think that hero is hard to play well and position perfectly, and he did a fantastic job on that very squishy support.
Yep, absolutely.
10, 5, and 18. Yeah, I definitely give it to them. Okay.
Either way, guys, this was the Good Play C Invitational. As I said, we were just helping out casters because Beyond the Summit couldn't take it, but we have more C action coming your way directly in pretty much 10 minutes. Mineski versus Arrow in the JDL Division 1, also casted by me and Kylie, aka Horatio. We're HeflaTV. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what we do, then give us a follow, as well as, of course, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and so on. On YouTube, the VODs will be up in a couple hours, so you can enjoy the games there if you missed them, or if you want to analyze them even more, or if you want to share them to your friends. Either way, we are back in now even 9 minutes for the next C game. I hope you stay around. See ya there.